Do you believe that killing innocent civilians is wrong?
Yes, I do.
Okay, then you believe what Israel doing is wrong. Now, you asked about Hamas. If Hamas were killed innocent civilians that had nothing to do with fighting, especially women and children, that is wrong from an Islamic point of view. Absolutely, 100%.
Israel wanted to make West Bank and Gaza to not be together, so they paid Hamas. I've heard something like that.
Yeah, okay. Whether they paid Hamas or not, I'm not going to make claims I cannot prove. My point is very simple. Look, before Hamas existed in 1948, they killed thousands of people. They displaced hundreds of thousands of people. They did all of these different things with Hamas or without Hamas. So anyone who thinks this has got to do with Hamas definitely knows nothing about, is illiterate about history. And the fact is, even the UN, which is a group of liars anyways, even those UN, which the West pretends to follow their moral framework, they themselves admit that what Israel is doing is wrong. They admit, they will tell you the stats, that in Palestine, the number of Jewish people, how it jumped from 10%, you know, in 1917, and in 1948 became over 33 or 35%. People coming with ships coming from Europe to take over a land that is not theirs, and make illegal settlements that the UN itself will tell you that they made illegal settlements. The UN itself will tell you that they're killing journalists. The UN itself will tell you that they're killing innocent civilians. The UN itself will tell you they're bombing civilians indiscriminately. The UN itself will tell you that there's no Hamas in the West Bank, but they're still killing people.
Okay, but tell me, why isn't your Muslim brothers and sisters speaking out? South Africa did, but I haven't seen non-Muslim country doing the same.
Yeah, when you say your brothers and sisters, you're talking about there's civilians and there's governments, right? I don't run a government.
Dauma.
Yeah, one second. I don't run a government, and nor does like majority of Muslims run governments. And a lot of Muslims live and they live under certain leadership that they don't necessarily agree with. And for you to think, let me just put it very simply, for you to think that countries in the Middle East do not have already an influence from Zionist leaders, then you would be living in delusion. There's many countries that you would look at that you think that they have their own sovereignty.
My friend, I live with post-traumatic stress syndrome. I take medication, I take Xanax, and I take olazapine and sertraline.
Okay.
So trust me, I've seen many bad things. I'm not here to be an enemy to you. I actually really like your channel.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Zionist.
Can you define what Zionism is?
For me, it's Israel to be free.
But
Two-state
free
solution.
from what?
Two states too. 50% for Palestine, 50% for Jews.
Okay, well, that's not the definition of Zionism.
Okay.
No Zionist wants two-state solution. You cannot. If you call yourself a Zionist and you say you want two-state solutions, you're using the wrong term.
Okay.
Because no Zionist wants the whole land of Palestine for themselves. That's the definition of Zionism. They want their own state in the whole land of Palestine. They want to displace, remove every single Palestinian.
Trust me, I cried many times because I saw the children, they were scared. And we coming in with heavy weapons into their home.
Were you in the army? Were you in the Israeli army?
Yes, I was in the Israeli army.
Okay. Yeah.
and we took pictures and we searched for weapons, and sometimes we took in dogs to the house, and the children get scared, you know. So I didn't feel good for that, and I hope God will forgive me, but it was my job. I served 5 years. I did 1 year training, then I served for the IDF.
Well, this is the thing.
And the thing I don't understand, Orthodox Jews and you guys, you are really close, and still there is war. So I don't blame the Orthodox Jews. I blame the other people, Europeans, and
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Before, for like 5-6 years ago, I hated Arabs. I hated not only Arabs, immigrants. I was like a fascist.
But don't you agree that this is what what is being taught anyways in Israel? Like people are Arabs are to be hated by. This is what you're taught.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie. When our children are born, we tell them what Arabs gonna be. They're gonna be our slaves.
You see, this is because a lot of people think this all started October the 7th. They don't know all of these things have been happening for years and years and years. And
it's been 75 years. Yeah.
So look, I'll tell you this. Look, a lot of people, they might have hatred towards you, and they're talking like they don't like because what you said you did or go, or what they see happening to the children and all of that. But this is the difference between us as humans acting emotionally and Allah. Allah Azza wa Jalla is a forgiving God, is a forgiving and a merciful creator. And the Prophet ﷺ, he told us of a story of a man who killed 99 souls. Then he went to a monk and he asked him, is there any forgiveness? So the monk said no, so he killed the monk. Then he went to the person of knowledge and he said to him, is there any forgiveness? So the person of knowledge told him, who can close the door of repentance for you? No one can stop the forgiveness of God from coming to you. No one can stop God from forgiving.
That's actually what's drawing me to Islam, because in the Bible we kill children, women, animals, everything.
Yeah, I know. I've read the Bible. I've read like 1 Samuel chapter 15 verse 3, for example, or what Jeremiah was doing, going around killing the children, take over the land from the Canaanites. I know. I understand, like, and they told you these things, and they teach you these things, and they tell you this is the right thing to do. This is God chosen people. You're doing the right thing, but you deep down, because you have a conscience as a human being, you start feeling, this is not the right thing to do. When you look at a child, you're still a human being. You
it's
still have
not. To be honest, it affected me really hard, man, to watch the children shaking, and we are with the dogs in the house, and the dog is barking, and some of my soldiers, they say in Arabic to the people, stay at the wall, we're gonna take pictures. And
what I can tell you is this. I can tell you, look, Allah can punish the people in different ways, and you understand this very well. You can see the psychological trauma or pain is far stronger than the physical.
Yeah.
That's why the Palestinians are free. People think they're not free, but they're free inside in their souls. You can see them. They're free inside because they know there is an afterlife. They know that Allah Azza wa Jalla is for them. Allah Azza wa Jalla is protecting them. But this is something the Israeli soldiers will never have. That's why they will have fear. That's why they're afraid. Even of Hamas, who don't have weapons, they will still be afraid of them, because they fear death. While Muslims do not fear death, they fear the Creator alone. But the only way you can save your soul is by coming to Allah Azza wa Jalla and repenting and accepting Islam and trying to do good deeds in the rest of your life. The only way you can get forgiveness, you can seek forgiveness, is from Allah. Not from me, not from any other human being. You can go to any doctor, he'll tell you anything, it's not going to help you. The only person that can change your life, the only person that can accept your repentance is Allah Azza wa Jalla.
I started to change in my mind, and I felt in my heart what I'm doing is wrong. This is not human, man. It's the devil. You can't do things like that. One time we put a dog barking on a kid, and the kid started to piss himself. And everybody laughed, and the mother was crying, and what can I say? I'm just honest. God listen. He sees everything, he hears everything. But I wish God forgives me. I was younger then, and I was not journalist, so
Wallahi, look, the doors of Islam are open.
yeah.
The doors of forgiveness are open. of Allah Azza wa Jal, but they're only going to be shot when you die. No one can have a better friend or a better protector than Allah Azza wa Jal. And
yeah, but I've just been scared. I don't want to lie. If I go and visit a mosque and take the shahada, I want to be honest to them and tell them his history. So
you don't have to do the shahada in a mosque. You can do it right now. There is no need for you to go to a mosque to.
You do it right now?
We can do it if you're ready. If you want to do it, I can do it.
Let's do it, bro.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna.
Let's do it, inshallah. We'll do it in English first, and then we'll do it in Arabic, inshallah. Okay.
Okay.
So say after me, I testify.
I testify.
There's nothing worthy of worship.
It's nothing worthy than worship.
Except Allah.
Except Allah.
And I testify.
And I testify
that Prophet Muhammad.
That Prophet Muhammad
is his messenger.
Is his messenger.
And servant.
And servant.
We'll say the same thing now, but in Arabic, inshallah. Yeah.
Okay.
Say Ashhadu.
Ashhadu.
An. La. Ilaha. Illa Allah.
Illa Allah.
Wa ashhadu. Anna. Muhammadan. Rasul. Allah.